Right, hello and welcome. So today we are going over the 1968 Dodge Charger RT426 Hemi. Well, we're going over this car once again because we need to talk about the fact that it can now receive an engine swap in Gran Turismo 7, and I'm also going to talk about why I think that's a bad idea. So the Dodge Charger 426 Hemi. Now, with the vehicle being fully upgraded on its standard engine, well, the vehicle is quite powerful, coming in at a power figure of 971 brake horsepower. Yes, this vehicle is pushing about 1000 horsepower off its standard 426 engine, which look is quite impressive. Now the problem occurs when we actually drive the vehicle with the power level being so high. Well, it just lights up its rear wheels. With this vehicle, we see that it spins through first, second and third, and only really starts gaining traction in fourth, and that's down a straight line. You can be in fifth going around a corner and the rear end will want to step out on you, because if you are applying any throttle at all, well, the rear wheels want to light up. Now don't get me wrong, this is a very exciting experience. I mean, driving a vehicle that's lighting up its tires traveling 240 kilometers per hour is nothing to really be like, not really interesting. Oh, you are gonna have a whale of a time driving this Dodge Charger, because firstly, it's a big bolty V8. It comes from the era where everything was massive, had massive engines, and as you can see now, with it being fully upgraded, massive power, which means the way that this vehicle handles the power is the real issue. It doesn't seem to be able to really put the power down to the ground, so you lose quite a bit of time going around the circuit, because if we see that around Kyoto Driving Park, we are setting lap times around the 1 minute 39 second mark with this current setup in the vehicle, and a 1 minute 39 is not fast at all. My fastest lap with the setup was actually a 1 minute 38.2, and that isn't fast. It's nothing to be like, wow, that's like impressive. It's not. It's actually underperforming my usual standard of a 135. So in my opinion, I don't really see this as a suitable vehicle, but the vehicle is extremely fast. It's powerful. It's gonna put a smile on your face. It's gonna just get you excited when driving it. There's never a dull moment when you are behind the wheel of this vehicle. Now I also have to think it has something to do with the fact that there's no downforce on the vehicle. But even when you slap on a rear wing with this current setup, it's almost like it's a bit too much power for this vehicle to handle. Now the thing is, with engine swaps in Gran Turismo 7, you never engine swap a vehicle and end up with less power than you had with the original engine. No, you are always going to end up with a lot more power. And if we take a look at the vehicle's engine swap by heading on over to GT Auto, we see that, well, we can engine swap it with the V8 from the Dodge Challenger Demon. Yes, we can take the engine out of the Dodge Demon and put it into the 68 Charger. And after we spend 200,000 credits to do so, we then gonna head on over to the tuning shop and spend a bit of money upgrading and seeing what kind of power we can actually get out of the Demon engine. And we see that we are left with 1186 brake horsepower in a vehicle that weighs 1215 kgs. This vehicle almost has a 1-to-1 power to weight ratio, and I don't think it's gonna manage at all. However, we are gonna go in and just add a rear wing, add a bit of downforce to just aid it, to see if we can actually get the vehicle to go around corners. And to my surprise, we actually can. Okay, well, starting off, I did spin out going around the first corner, but the vehicle, it still has the exciting feeling of spinning its rear wheels throughout first, second and third, really only gaining traction halfway through the fourth gear. I mean, it's just exciting. It gets your blood pumping. It just makes you want to keep going and experiencing more and more. Honestly, this Dodge is such a fantastic car to drive around. Even with the Demon engine swap, I was so concerned the fact that it was just going to be too powerful and just uncontrollable. I never thought driving the Dodge Charger it would be able to handle its power, but it seems with us adding extra downforce to it, it seems to be able to not be all over the place or just completely uncontrollable. Now don't get me wrong, it will throw its rear end out every now and then, but you do have the ability to catch it, and that's what I like about the Dodge Charger, because the thing is, you're able to take corners decently quick and you're still heading down straightaways at almost 300 kilometers per hour without it batting an eyelid, and that ends up equating to you setting lap times around the 1 minute 32 second mark, which in my book is a fast lap time. But the thing is, if you are going to be swapping the heart from a Dodge Demon into a Dodge Charger that's going to cost 200,000, why not just buy a Dodge Demon? So if we pick up a Dodge Demon from Brand Central, fully upgraded to the same power level as the engine in the Dodge Charger and sitting around the same track in the same conditions, well, we see that the Dodge Demon itself, it also performs very closely to the Dodge Charger. However, we do notice that the vehicle grips up a lot sooner. We see that we are able to actually put the power down a lot more efficiently, and it just handles the power a whole lot better. And with it being a more modern vehicle, max aero, we do get more downforce out of the Dodge Demon than the Dodge Charger. So that also has to be the reason, or one of the reasons, as to why the Demon is just more better suited to actually hold the power, because the car was designed to hold this level of power, whereas the 1968 Dodge Charger wasn't. And that's really the problem that I have with the cars in Gran Turismo 7. When it comes to these crazy engine swaps, they just seem to be a bit too powerful for some of the vehicles. And I know, yes, with some tweaking, with some tuning, yes, you can get the vehicles to be a bit more tamer and set faster lap times. But look, in my eyes, I'm still gonna enjoy these engine swaps. Yes, you can go out and buy a Demon that is a lot more affordable and you'll get better performance out of it, but at the same time, you can't say that you own a 1968 Dodge Charger with a Dodge Demon engine in it and it leaves skids and it's just so much fun. And the Dodge Charger with the Dodge Demon engine in it is a fantastic swap. However, I'm not going to put it up there with one of the greatest swaps in Gran Turismo 7, because look, the Demon engine and fuel efficiency, they've never met before. They don't understand what each other do, because if you're looking for fuel economy, you should not be considering swapping a Dodge Demon engine into anything. So if you're looking to use it for money grinding purposes, stay away. It's not really the best suited for it. But if you're looking for just a no holds back fast classic American vehicle, well, you need to consider picking up the Dodge Charger with the Dodge Demon engine in it, because I tell you now, you will not regret your purchase. So with all of this being said, thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you guys in the next Gran Turismo 7 video. Peace.